Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Lok Sabha passes National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill 2023. Home Minister Amit Shah asserts Parliament has every right to make law for Union Territory of Delhi. India says an atmosphere free from terror and violence is imperative for normal relations with Pakistan. Brokerage firm Morgan Stanley upgrades India's markets to overweight category, downgrades China. IMD forecasts heavy rain over Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Vidarbha region of Maharashtra. South Korea defeat Japan and Malaysia outplay Pakistan in opening matches of 7th Men's Hockey Asian Champions Trophy in Chennai, match between India and China underway. And West Indies win the toss and elect to bat against India in first T20 International at Trinidad and Tobago. The Lok Sabha today passed the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill 2023. The bill seeks to amend the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Act 1991. It empowers the central government to make rules in connection with the affairs of the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi, including the functions, terms and other conditions of service of officers and employees. It also has a provision of the Constitution of the National Capital Civil Service Authority. The Centre had brought an ordinance in this regard in May this year. Replying to the discussion on the bill, Home Minister Amit Shah said that the bill is in accordance with the constitutional provisions. He said the Supreme Court in its judgment had also said the central government can make laws related to Delhi. He specifically noted that the Constitution allows Parliament to make laws for the national capital.
दिल्ली राज्य ही नहीं है, ये तो संघ प्रदेश है और संघ प्रदेश में भी राजधानी क्षेत्र है जो एक विशेष आर्टिकल के तहत बनाया गया। अनुच्छेद 239 A3B के तहत संसद को दिल्ली संघ राज्य क्षेत्र या उसके किसी भी भाग के लिए उसके संबंधित किसी भी विषय के लिए कानून बनाने का पूर्ण अधिकार है।
Earlier initiating the discussion, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary of Congress termed the bill as against the federal structure of the country. Rajiv Ranjan Singh, alias Lalan Singh of JDU, opposed the legislation and accused the centre of trying to rule Delhi indirectly. Shashi Tharoor of Congress, Meenakshi Lekhi of BJP, Harsimrat Kaur Badal of SAD, N.K. Premachandran of RSP were among those who participated in the debate. The Digital Personal Data Protection Bill 2023 was introduced in the Lok Sabha today. The bill has provisions for the processing of digital personal data in a manner that recognizes both the right of individuals to protect their personal data and the need to process such personal data for lawful purposes. The bill has a provision to set up the Data Protection Board of India. The board, on receipt of an intimation of a personal data breach, will inquire into the matter and impose a penalty. According to the bill, a penalty of 250 crore rupees can be imposed in case of breach in observing the obligation of data fiduciary of personal data. The bill states that individuals have the right to correction, completion, update and erasure of their personal data to which they have previously given consent. The Rajya Sabha has taken up the Press and Registration of Periodicals Bill 2023 for consideration and passing. The bill seeks to simplify the online process of title verification and registration of periodicals by the Press Registrar General of Registrar of Newspapers for India, RNI. The bill has provisions related to the circulation and verification of newspapers. Moving the bill, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur said, according to the provisions of the bill, publishers of newspapers and periodicals have to give online applications to the district magistrate and the press registrar of RNI.
Small और मीडियम बिजनेसमैन, प्रिंटर्स, पब्लिशर्स हैं, उनको आगे लाने के लिए इस प्रोफेशन में हमने उद्यमशीलता को बढ़ावा देने के लिए इसमें प्रयास किया है। उस समय 8 ऐसे प्रोसेस का हिस्सा थे कि जहां पर आपको रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए जाना पड़ता था। अब आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, केवल ऑनलाइन रजिस्ट्रेशन करनी है और ये ऑनलाइन प्रक्रिया में अगर 60 दिन के अंदर डीएम ने जवाब नहीं दिया तो आरएनआई का प्रेस रजिस्ट्रार है वो अपनी मर्जी से उसके बाद उनको अनुमति दे सकता है, यानी कि जो 2-3 साल का समय था अब वो मात्र 2 महीने से 3 महीने तक का रह गया है। एक बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है।
External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi has said that India wants friendly relations with neighbouring countries, including Pakistan. However, he stressed that there should be an environment free of terror and hostility, which are imperative for normal relations. He was briefing the media in New Delhi today. Responding to Pakistan Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif's comment on India regarding talks between the two nations, Mr. Bagchi said, India's clear and consistent position is well known that it desires normal relations with all neighbouring countries.
India's clear and consistent position on this is well known. We desire normal, neighbourly relations with all our neighbours, including Pakistan. For this, an environment free of terror, hostility is imperative.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today informed that bilateral trade between India and Latin America and the Caribbean LAC countries has surged to $50 billion in the fiscal year 2022-23. Addressing the 9th Confederation of Indian Industry India LAC conclave in New Delhi, he said India is now espousing the concept of People's Pharmacy similar to Jan Aushadhi with LAC partners to make medicines, especially generics, available at a very reasonable cost to the low-income segments of their population. Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today jointly launched Study in India SII portal in New Delhi. The portal is a one-stop platform that will simplify international students' academic journey in India. The portal is a dedicated website that will provide comprehensive information about Indian higher education institutions. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Pradhan said the Study in India portal is going to be a pivotal step in making India a preferred destination for higher education among students worldwide.
Study in India website portal, which will facilitate easy access for international students seeking to pursue education in India through an integrated one-stop solution for students' registration and visa application processes. The new Study in India website portal will serve as a one-stop platform, providing all the information on programs and courses in higher education, streamlining the entire process related to registration and providing seamless experience for foreign students applying to the premier universities in India.
The External Affairs Minister said the portal signifies the government's commitment to making India a global hub of education by welcoming students of diverse backgrounds. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts. The brokerage firm Morgan Stanley has upgraded its view on India's markets to overweight from equal weight, predicting a long wave boom ahead. The brokerage firm believes that India's reform and macro stability agenda supports a strong capex and profit outlook, and overweight rating means that the firm expects India's economy to perform better in the future. The upgrade has come in the backdrop of the US losing the AAA status and economic slowdown in China. The firm has cut its rating on Chinese stocks to equal weight. In its analysis, Morgan Stanley said India is now the top-ranked, most preferred market among emerging markets, rising from the 6th spot due to supportive foreign inflows, macro stability and positive earnings outlook. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a telephonic conversation with South African President Mathimala Cyril Ramaphosa. During the conversation, the two leaders positively assessed the progress in bilateral cooperation, including in the context of the 30th anniversary of the establishment of bilateral diplomatic relations being celebrated this year. They also exchanged views on a number of regional and global issues of mutual interest. Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare, Mansukh Mandavia, has said the government has taken several steps towards increasing organ donations in the country. Addressing the 13th Indian Organ Donation Day ceremony in New Delhi today, he said leave duration for organ donors has been increased from 30 days to 60 days and age limitations of 65 years have been removed. The minister further stated that the government is committed to bring in more policies and reforms to popularize organ donation in the country. Haryana's Additional Chief Secretary, Home Department, TVSN Prasad, has said the situation in Nuh and surrounding districts is completely under control. He said the government is keeping a close watch on those spreading provocative messages. If anyone is found guilty in this matter, strict legal action will be taken against that person, he added. Mr. Prasad said no one would be allowed to disturb the peace of society. He said the center of the Rapid Action Force will be set up permanently in Mewat. Our correspondent reports at present internet services have been suspended till Saturday in Nuh, Faridabad, Palwal district, besides Sona, Pataudi and Manesar subdivisions of Gurugram district. The government today granted another extension to Cabinet Secretary Rajiv Gauba for 1 year. In an order, the Department of Personnel and Training said the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet has approved an extension in service to 1982 batch IAS officer of Jharkhand cadre Rajiv Gauba as Cabinet Secretary for a further period of 1 year beyond the 30th of August 2023. Mr. Gauba has been granted extension for the third time to the post. The Indian Meteorological Department IMD forecast enhanced rainfall over Madhya Pradesh due to depression over North Chhattisgarh and neighbourhood. The IMD has also issued a red alert for the state with a warning of heavy to very heavy rainfall with the possibility of extremely heavy downpours today and reduction thereafter. It has also issued orange alerts for Vidarbha and Chhattisgarh, expecting heavy to very heavy rainfall today. The weather agency predicted heavy rainfall over northwest India during the next 3 to 4 days. It further stated that isolated heavy rainfall is very likely over Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Meghalaya during the next 5 days. It added that hot and humid weather conditions are very likely to prevail over Tamil Nadu today and tomorrow. Taiwan has shut businesses and schools amid danger of Typhoon Khanun. Nearly 40 international flights have been cancelled amid warnings of floods and high winds. In Taipei, subway services were reduced while hundreds of soldiers were on standby in nearby cities for disaster response. Taiwan's Central Emergency Operations Center has confirmed that there are no reports of major damage so far. Meanwhile, the Japanese island of Okinawa faced the brunt of the typhoon's force, with approximately 170,000 buildings left without power. In cricket, West Indies were 96 for 3 in 14 overs against India at the Brian Lara Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago a short while ago. Earlier, West Indies won the toss and elected to bat. The second match will be held at the Providence Stadium in Guyana on Sunday. The third match of the series will be played at the same venue on the 8th of this month. The last two matches will be played in the United States. In the 7th Men's Hockey Asian Champions Trophy, South Korea defeated Japan 2-1 while Malaysia beat Pakistan 3-1 in Chennai on the opening day of the tournament today. Another match is underway between India and China. India were leading 2-0 when reports last came in. World number 4 India, the highest ranked team in the prestigious 10-day tournament. Top Indian shuttlers HS Prannoy, Kidambi Shrikant and PV Sindhu have eased into the quarterfinals of the Australian Open Badminton 2023 in Sydney. In men's singles, the Malaysia Masters 2023 champion Prannoy defeated Chi Yu-chen of Chinese Taipei. World number 19 Shrikant defeated Chinese Taipei's Su Liyang. He will next face compatriot Priyanshu Rajawat, who defeated Chinese Taipei's Wang Tzu Wei. In women's singles, two-time Olympic medalist Sindhu breezed past compatriot Akarshi Kashyap. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Lok Sabha passes National Capital Territory of Delhi Amendment Bill 2023. Home Minister Amit Shah asserts Parliament has every right to make law for Union Territory of Delhi. India says an atmosphere free from terror and violence is imperative for normal relations with Pakistan. Brokerage firm Morgan Stanley upgrades India's markets to overweight category, downgrades China. IMD forecasts heavy rain over Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Vidarbha region of Maharashtra. South Korea defeat Japan and Malaysia outplay Pakistan in opening matches of 7th Men's Hockey Asian Champions Trophy in Chennai. Match between India and China underway. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.